ladies and gents, Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Yes, Star is back. We're still in the middle of its third season, so this is episode 10, A Star Falls. Now, sidebar, I have another channel, Romie Whispers ASMR. I have a link below, and also there should be a pop-up towards the top to my latest video. I do a video a week there, so show some love there, show some support. Want to get that, fully monetized up and running. Now, Star. This was a mess. Just like with Empire, which I already did the review for, it's up. The show picks up where it left off, and you have Star. She gave birth. She's now in the hospital, and there were some minor health complications, so Star has to stay in the hospital with the baby, and the baby's name is Dave. The baby's name is Davis, after Star's ex, and that's within itself is going to be very interesting. The baby is so cute. Noah gets to see his child. Noah wants to be involved in the child's life. Noah's in the hospital as well. I fast forwarded a little bit, so let's back up. Noah's in the hospital because we saw that he got into the car accident. Like we figured, he did survive it. The problem is thankfully, we don't like Maurice, but Maurice was following Noah that night, and it's a good thing he did because he found Noah's car and he was able to call the cops because Noah's car ran off the road into the woods. I'm thinking, so what did this scene actually look like for you to be able to see? Anyway, let's not go drum up the details. He finds Noah and is able to get Noah to the hospital, and Noah has a back injury. As we know, is very painful, and the doctor, when he talked to him about taking medication, he said he has a drug addiction. He had a drug addiction, and now he's sober, so he can't take anything like that. And the doctor's like, okay, but it's going to be really painful. I said, this guy said that he has an addiction. Can't you give him something or some natural things that he could take a whole bunch of to help alleviate instead of the hard stuff? Like, that part irked me, and that felt like a setup within itself. So when you start off with that, it's just like, we go from that to the weather's beautiful outside. We go from that to him talking to Star, saying that he's going to be a good father. He's going to be the father that he didn't have growing up. He's going to be, and she's going to be the mother that she really didn't have growing up. And it's almost like they make a little pat. It's like it's unconventional. Star is unsure how he's going to feel, but she's like, hey, this is your son. And he said, hey, you don't even have to tell me twice. I'm happy. I'm here. Davis does show up because he wants to see the baby. Yeah, that doesn't happen the first time. But let's jump into, Cotton. So Cotton is with her Auntie Brandy. That's what I'm calling her, Auntie Brandy, for now. And they have to go and get Cotton's son. Remember, her son was kidnapped from Zero. Zero kidnapped her because Auntie Brandy decided to go and steal his information and hold it as ransom. So as a result, he decided, I'll take something of yours since you want to play that game. The very, very scary part in all of this is that now she knows where they are. They have to go and get the child back. So they go. Brandy, of course, Auntie Brandy has the guns ready, guns a-blazing. And when I tell you, she is killing this role. She's doing it. Cotton gives the drive up. Auntie Brandy shoots the guy in the leg like, hey, and then tells Zero, I'm done. Zero said, I'm not funding your little operation, that club you have going on. So let's see how long it lasts afterwards. She said, I don't need you. I don't need your things. She is a strong, independent black woman. Yes, keep telling herself that until she believes it. Because right now, I'm not sure if I fully believe that from her. So the child is back home. He doesn't want to go to school because he's been through something traumatic. Heck, he even saw his auntie shoot someone in the foot. It's too much. It is too much. But aside from that, Carlotta is back. She's trying to handle a whole bunch of things at once. Whew. So then Auntie Gladys comes along and she brings her no good husband, i.e., Carlotta's stepfather, and the one who, raped her, molested her when she was a child. And when I tell you towards the end of this recap what happened, like the full details, you're going to be disgusted. Fully disgusted. You're already disgusted, but fully disgusted. Because that man. Anyway, so Carlotta goes and tells her mom, hey, old dude put his hands on her. Her mom said, oh, stop lying, Lottie. I said, stop. She is in such love and infatuation with this man that she willingly is ignoring what he's saying, which right there meant she already knows. She already knows, and she doesn't care. She already knows she doesn't care. That's what that meant. Because as long as he came home to her, that's all she cared about. Trifling nasty. Oh, ugh, ugh. I forgot to tell you the opening sequence of this show where everyone was dancing. I forgot what song that was, but I was like, oh, this music video concept's cute and everyone's in it. And as soon as I saw everyone in it, I said, oh, this is a dream. And it was Cotton's dream. She was having a nightmare. But she has her child back, thankfully. Um, I guess we can switch over to... Let's switch over to Alex and Derek. So Derek, he's all healed up. He has his settlement money because remember, his grandmother was taking his settlement money. Y'all forgot about that. That's where it came from. She had it this whole time. So now he's getting his settlement money directly. He wanted to go and treat himself a little bit, wanted to buy a car. She said, and he brought Alex because, again, they're dating again. And she told him, hey, this is supposed to be something for you. It's your money. Do what you really want to do with it, not just what you feel like you have to or should. And he's a social warrior through and through. So he's going to go and do something for his community. I said, oh, Derek, great man. Miss Ruby did a great job. But while they're there at the car dealership, this girl's trying to ask Alex, oh, so regarding Star, are you team mocha? Or are you team chocolate? That's it. Are you team white or are you team black? Is essentially what she was saying. But in the stupid social media era age, and Star had that look of excuse me, not Star. Alex had that look of excuse me. Okay. So let's fast forward. Let's go to Star's in the hospital. We did notice that someone was eavesdropping on Star and Noah when they were looking at the child and talking. Do you remember Hunter? If you've been watching the show, you'll remember tall, blonde athlete, football player who Star was dating in season 1, who was abusive, and we found out how abusive he was in season 2. And Hunter dead. Remember, he was killed. He got caught up in that whole high heel scandal thing. He got killed, and because of that, we find out that Star's father was also caught up in all of this, and as a result, Star's father got killed because he went and killed Hunter's mom. It's a smorgasbord of connecting the dots. I just had to connect the dots in my mind. But what's important is that Star's father, Brody, was then killed by Hunter's aunt, who is Hunter's mother's twin sister. So we'll call them Crooked Blonde and Crooked Red. So Crooked Red is out seeking full vengeance because a bunch of her family members are now dead and gone, and because of that, she decides that she's going to go and mess up Star's life. So first she took her father away, and so then she goes and tries to talk to Star in the hospital. I don't know how she has full reign of this hospital, but she gets into Star's room, and she's right by Star's child, so little Davis, and Star was pissed, and so Star was like, get away from him, Arlene. No, it's not Arlene. Arlene was my sister. And you don't know this, but your father's dead. She killed, Arlene's sister killed her father. And that last voicemail, that voice message, how touching. How touching. So Star is just shocked and confused and flabbergasted. And so then she said, since you took my family away from me, I'll take your family away from you. And just know that, your mother's dead, your father's now dead, your relationship is done, and then here's this baby. Star saw stars. She went off. She went boosh. Knocked that woman to the ground and was wailing on her. And it was like, help me. Oh my gosh, help me, help me, help me. I'm being attacked. I'm a rich white woman and I'm being attacked. I'm being accosted. I did nothing wrong. Okay, sis. All right. And so then what ended up happening is they saw Star as disgruntled. Star got arrested, put in jail, the baby taken away from her because of all stuff going on. Carlotta couldn't get custody. Noah was next in line, but because his drug toxicology report was inconclusive, because they were asking him, did you use? And he was like, no, he's clean. And I actually believed him. So I got confused. I said, wait a minute now. So then the baby had to get put into temporary foster care. I said, oh my gosh. And that's a nightmare. So we didn't see Star for the rest of the episode. Well, actually, that's not true. At the very end of the episode, we saw Star singing, in her jail cell. But aside from that, we didn't see her. We didn't hear much from her. Now, because she got arrested, because they had to redo Noah's drug test, and it ended up showing that he wasn't on drugs. There was a moment the baby was in foster care, so now everyone's scrambling. Now, because of that, originally, Miss Bruce told Alex and Simone that they were, runners for potentially getting nominated for some big award. Now, they got that taken away from them. They got that taken away from them due to the fact that this Star incident, it just puts another stain on the group's already sordid history, and instead, the woman wants to pursue Alex. They find this out because Simone and Alex say, we can't just let this die out. We need to go and do something. So then they go to the industry party, which was our roller ring, and they didn't get on skates or anything because they saw the one they need to speak to. They were talking to her, trying to appease her, and the woman was like, no, I'm actually interested in Alex Crane. She has a single that hit Billboard. She has the name behind her. She's a legacy. We're more interested in her. And honestly, take 3, you do a lot of stunts and shows. I mean, Star, with the sword past with your mother being a junkie, Star getting into fights, losing custody of her child. I mean, that's not the type of person we want. I said, excuse me? Now you're doing too much. So then Simone, and I was proud of her, Simone went off. She said, yes, we all have issues and we all have a past, but let's be very clear. You're not about to go and disrespect my sister. You're not about to go and act like, oh, we're lesser than, we're non-deserving. We're more than deserving. And if you can't see that, then we don't need you. We don't want you. Simone storms off. I'm excited for her. I was just like, I'm sorry about. And then she thought about it, like, no, I'm not. And then walked away eventually. But I had a feeling that wasn't going to be the last encounter between the two of them. So then later on, because it's take 3, they don't give up. They don't quit. They were going to go and record a song to go and see if they could, bring more attention to the group and all of that. That didn't work because the same woman comes in from this award show and says that she wants to, Simone apologized. She says she doesn't apologize for what she was saying as far as how she felt about what the woman said to her and about her sister, but she was just apologizing that her response wasn't more, professional. So she was going to go and tell you about herself, but just not the way that she would have done it. I said, okay, Simone, I respect that. And I thought that the woman would have said, you know what? I like your spunk. I like your attitude. But no, she was like, okay, that's cute, but I still don't like take three. I want Alex Crane. So then Simone stormed out because she's like, really? Really? Because the whole time Simone was acting more so like Star. Because even when they were interacting with Carlotta and Miss Bruce and all of that, Simone was just like, okay, we're going to have to, do this and do that. And they're just telling her, we have your back. Don't worry about it. We've got your back. A side story that was going on throughout the episode. Simone was on edge because she learned that Angel was transported. He was moved down to Florida. They're in Atlanta. So he was moved down to Florida, and Mateo did that. So then she was pissed. She was cursing him out, and then he said, hold up. I did that for his own good. You have to understand that Florida, the rules with, illegal immigrants and all of that, and being a sanctuary state, that's still in effect. He's going to be safe there. If he stayed here, they would have legally been able to take him. So then she kind of understood, but her whole thing was, don't I get a say in this? Or don't I at least get the opportunity to stay in the loop instead of finding out through third parties and through, me being terrified hearing that, oh, he's gone? Like, what do you think that makes me feel? And she's right. Because that was the same thing she told him later on. Like, how am I supposed to trust you when you're just doing stuff and not keeping me in the loop? And, he had to actually think about that. He was like, I understand. He's from Cuba. His family had to escape the regime. So ever since then, he's kind of had in the back of his mind that, okay, he's going to do whatever he needs to do to make a real difference when it comes to this immigration thing. And I said, this is a very timely thing. So, big ups to them for adding that. Another side storyline had to do with Miss Brandy, Miss Auntie Brandy. So she still wants to do her club. She keeps talking to Carlotta because she just feels like it's crazy how the mother doesn't believe them. And then at one point she actually goes and confronts the stepfather. And she was like, he has dementia or Alzheimer's. So she was just like, it was raining. Her hair was wet. She looked like she was ready to kill someone. I said, uh-oh. She had her gun. She was like, you never touched me. So I can't say that you did anything like that. But I know you touched my sister. And I actually thought that my sister hated me. I thought that her going and dragging me out of the car during the summer that apparently you consistently, raped my sister, Carlotta, that it was because she was jealous and didn't want me to be a part of whatever you two were doing. Little did I not know that she beat me up to a bloody pulp so that I wouldn't be allowed to go on the trip to protect me. And I'm just like, oh. So then her father keeps acting like he has no idea what's going on. He doesn't know. And I actually believe him. I believe that, okay, he doesn't remember the bad stuff, because I know a couple of people that went through similar stuff like dementia or stuff like that, Alzheimer's. And trust me, they'll remember really detailed stuff that you're like, are you kidding me? And then other things, especially the very hurtful things that they did or said, oh, I have no idea what you're talking about. What? When that happened? Oh, well, huh? You're looking at them like, okay. But, so she doesn't shoot him, but she then goes to Carlotta. She wants to give Carlotta back her gun and says, hey, here, a lot's been going on and you need to stay strapped. Carlotta said, I had to do a lot of sit down. I have to do a lot of soul searching. And I had to live with what happened to me, and I had to somehow move on as a person, as an adult. And so I don't need that. I'm not afraid of him. I'm not afraid of anyone. I'll tell you if I need to stay strapped or if I'm going to do anything. But as of now, I'm good. I'm at peace. I'm focusing on what matters most, trying to get Star out of here, because Star wasn't granted bail. That was the other thing. Star wasn't granted bail. So you tell me a mother who just gave birth Instead of thinking, okay, maybe she's going through, like, cut her a break. No postpartum, no irregularities because of the pregnant. Hello? Are you kidding me? Really? Really? We're just going to go and throw her to the wolves? Because that's what you're telling me by the way that they're moving. Oh, we're just going to feed her to the wolves. That's it. Oh well. I'm just like, come on. Come on. We have to do better because that's some bull. Come on. So then after all of that, we have Alex. She's gonna go and do the photo shoot, the spread, the cover, and they're gonna move forward from that. Her and Simone are cool. They're gonna make sure they show support for Star. Noah, after his test came back and found out that, oh, it was a mistake, which I kind of feel like his tests were tampered with just to, drive the knife in a little bit more on Star's behalf, because I felt like it was a little too convenient. We see that he takes the baby and he has a performance. He was hopping around for someone who has back issues, so I knew his back was going to be messed up. Before the performance, Davis came in and Davis just like, I was planning to have a child and a wife, and now I have neither. And it definitely seemed like Davis wants to be a part of the child that has his first name's life. But Noah, that's not the type of energy he's on. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because the child wasn't even born. Even though we're going to need Davis, or Star is going to need Davis. Because Davis was there at the courthouse when Star didn't get bail. So he still cares. And he still wants to know what's going on. And Simone said, just because you're not with Star doesn't mean that you can't be for Star. Meaning showing support and love if you said that you really love her. It doesn't just go away because of an accident. Because that's what this really was. It wasn't intentional. Now, and yeah, Davis and Noah had a quick conversation about how, oh, the baby's is Noah's, like I previously said. One of the last things that happened, aside from the Star singing in jail scene, we also have Noah taking some pills. Noah was in a lot of pain, so he called his doctor. I said, oh no. And the doctor said, oh, that other stuff isn't going to work, so I'll leave this here if you need it. I said, are you kidding me? This man's an and I was done. If I missed anything else, leave it in the comment box section. And remember to please like, comment, subscribe. I'll be doing the recaps for the rest of this season, at the very least. And also for Empire, also for If Loving You Is Wrong, also for the Haves and the Have-Nots, also for my other channel, Romie Whispers ASMR, also for Real Housewives, which, thanks.